Hey everyone, I've been seeing this Epson Home Cinema 2350 pop up all over my feed lately, and after spending the last few days testing it out, I get why. It's one of those projectors that keeps getting recommended for home theater and even casual gaming, so I figured it's worth a closer look. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the picture quality is solid. It's not a laser projector, but the 4K PRO-UHD engine does a good job upscaling regular content without looking too soft or noisy. I threw on a few different movies and shows, some 4K HDR, some standard Blu-ray, even a YouTube 4K clip, and the colors stayed vibrant without oversaturating skin tones or greens. The 2800 lumens help too. Even with the lights on, the image still pops enough to watch comfortably without squinting. I've used projectors in rooms with some ambient light before, and this one handles it better than most mid-range models I've tried. One thing that really stood out was the true 3-chip 3 LCD technology. I know that sounds like marketing jargon, but it actually makes a difference. Unlike single-chip DLP projectors that can sometimes show rainbow artifacts or color shifts, this one displays the full RGB signal all at once. I didn't notice any flickering or weird color bands, even during fast-moving scenes. It's the kind of detail that matters more over time than you'd think, especially if you're watching sports or action movies. Gamers are going to appreciate the low input lag. Epson claims under 20 milliseconds in gaming mode, and I tested it with a few different consoles. I didn't have a high-end capture card to measure it precisely, but the responsiveness felt smooth. I was able to play a racing game without feeling like the controls were lagging behind the screen, which is a big deal if you're used to playing on a TV with higher input delay. It's not quite as fast as a dedicated gaming monitor, but for a projector, it's more than good enough for casual or even competitive play. The built-in Android TV interface is actually pretty useful. I wasn't expecting much from a projector's smart features, but the latest Android TV version runs smoothly. I logged into all my usual apps, Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, and everything loaded quickly. The remote is basic, but it gets the job done. I also like that it has Bluetooth, so I can pair a soundbar or headphones without running extra cables. That's a small convenience, but it adds up if you're trying to keep your setup clean. The built-in 10-watt speaker is fine for casual use, but if you're serious about sound, you'll probably want to hook it up to a sound system. It's loud enough to fill a small room, but it lacks bass and clarity for movies or music. That's not a deal breaker since most people will use external speakers anyway, but it's worth mentioning if you're looking for an all-in-one solution. On the downside, the projector isn't the quietest. It has a fan that kicks in when the image gets brighter, and it's noticeable in a quiet room. It's not a deal breaker for me, but if you're sensitive to noise, you might want to consider a quieter model or plan to use it in a larger space where the fan noise blends in better. Another thing to keep in mind is the throw distance. This isn't a short throw projector, so you'll need some space to get a big image. At 120 inches, it sits about 12 feet away from the screen. If your room is smaller, you might have to settle for a smaller picture or look into a different model. Overall, the Epson Home Cinema 2350 is a solid choice if you want a bright, color-accurate projector with smart features and decent gaming performance. It's not perfect, but it delivers where it counts. If you're in the market for a 4K projector that won't break the bank and handles both movies and games well, this one's worth a closer look. You can find the link below if you want to check it out.